The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation kick-started her 5th annual Diaspora conference with a call on the Somalilanders living abroad to be nationalistic oriented by giving back to their homeland.
The special event, which aims at encouraging the Somaliland nationals from the diaspora to find ways and means to contribute to the country's development and to formalize incentives for the diaspora, has in attendance notable Somalilanders from within and outside the country.
So our main goal and agenda was to mobilize our diaspora to take part in economic business development which is going on in Somaliland for the last 20 years. And I hope the participant was enjoying and have discussions with several topics, and they ask some questions about how diaspora can play an active role in the economic development for Somalia. And that's really what they do for the last 30 years, which is Somalia was independent country from the rest of Somalia. So at this conference there is a panel discussions which is more academic. And the good thing is that all the panelists are from diaspora.
The rationale of the program connotes that the diaspora are nationals of the Republic of Somaliland, thus they have equal rights with other Somalilanders at home.
The Somaliland government, especially the Minister of Foreign Affairs, one of our pillars of foreign policy is to promote and mobilize the diaspora in our diaspora from different countries. Mostly they are in Europe, but also we have very huge community in several countries in Africa, especially in the Horn of Africa. So the government have facilitated to make easy the diaspora to invest Somaliland. So for example, the Ministry of Investment, they have their policies and laws which is allow and enable the diaspora to come back and invest their countries. So many of the diaspora they do. For example, the government sometimes they provide a land. If the diaspora member want to establish a factory, the government provide the land. For example, there is a tax exception when some diaspora come back to Somaliland. Their material, the cars also is a tax. Some of them the government give some information, and that's really one of main important things for the diaspora, because the diaspora they need information. So as a diaspora office, another government, we provide information with the diaspora for guiding in order to invest, to establish a business, and even the Ministry of Trade and Business, they facilitate what they call one-stop shop. That's make easy the diaspora to establish a business in Somaliland.
Themed Mobilizing Somaliland Diaspora for the National Development Agenda, the achievements of the diaspora towards the growth and development of Somaliland were highlighted and put on spot to spur others. Dr. Adne Aden expatiated that there are a lot of knowledge transfers and investments that can be embarked on by the Somalilanders in diaspora.
This is a very important and meaningful conference. It's bringing together thousands, almost 1 million of our people in diaspora who are scattered throughout the world where they sought refuge during the war with Somalia. Many don't even understand each other because they have forgotten or they were born abroad. And this is to bring them back and to show them what Somaliland has become, the country that their parents fled from because they were bombs.
Mose Jama, one of the speakers at the conference, said the history of Somali in diaspora predated the civil war that broke out in Somalia.
Somaliland diaspora concept started with the war in 1991 or in 1988 when Somaliland has been destroyed by the former dictatorship government. No, that's not true. Somaliland diaspora started in early 1900 when the sailors of Somaliland origin went to Europe. When the rest of many parts of Africa people were forced and taken to the North America and to the South America in the slavery, Somalilanders decided to go by themselves. In terms of looking for job, looking for better work. Somalilanders say ragu socod kuwo door hadu mood ku dayo, which means men and women are good for traveling if they are not good to die.
He underscored the significance of the program coming at a time Somaliland needs external input to grow the economy of the country.
So this conference showcases that the diaspora is not only the current situation where they send through hawala, through remittance as a lifeline to Somaliland. So that's important.
Other ministers who deliver speech at the occasion extol the idea of mobilization, which they said will help Somaliland get to the front row in the Committee of Nations and as well hasten up international recognition, among other benefits. Many returnees who graced the event stressed the need for the Somaliland government to create an enabling environment for the diasporas to thrive in a competitive economy of the country.
The engagements for the communities to come together and see what needs to be done in Somaliland.
They also lauded the initiative of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for putting this special program together, adding that it will go a long way at getting some of them reintegrated back into the country. The event, which was supported by Diaspora and other established organizations, was attended by local and international partners, including Stuart Brown, the British representative in Somaliland.
Core from the program is to look back and have that nationalistic orientation by giving back to their hometown, talking about Somaliland. And of course, the charge from the diaspora to the government is also to provide an enabling environment for a prospective investors, those that might actually want to come back home and have a multi-million investment in the country. And of course, the call also is to the government to also try much to integrate the diaspora back into the system. Ajara Ahmed Tijani reporting from Grand Hardy Hotel, Hargeisa, Somaliland.